So I didn't expect to still be thinking about my life with the Walter boys, but season 1 really left a mess that's kind of hard to shake off. If you're still stuck on Jackie, Cole, and Alex, you're in the right place. And the good news is that there's been movement behind the scenes, updates popping up, and some early signs of what season 2 might look like. Today, your boy is here to break it all down, from trailer talk to book spoilers, fan theories, and of course, we're definitely asking the big question: are you Team Cole or Team Alex? Season 1 didn't end quietly, like it was far from it. I remember thinking things were finally settling down, and then everything just blew up. Jackie kissed Cole, Alex found out, and the whole thing kind of went off the rails from there. If you feel caught in the middle of it all, I get it. You're watching these people try to make sense of everything while they're still grieving and just messing things up as they go. By the time Jackie walked away from both of them, I wasn't even sure what to think anymore, and maybe you weren't either. But she didn't just walk away from the drama, she walked away from both of them. No final choice, no perfect ending. That alone is enough to stir the pot going into season 2, if you know what I mean. Whether you've been looking around online or just talking about it with friends, you've probably come across all kinds of theories about where season 2 might go. Some of them feel like a reach, but a few actually make you stop and think. The biggest one is still the love triangle. Some people are convinced Jackie might go back to Alex, especially after how blindsided he was at the end. And I get it, he was hurt, but he wasn't the one sneaking around. If you've been Team Alex from the beginning, you probably feel like he deserves better. But then there's Cole. A lot of people think this is going to be his shot at redemption. Even though he's messy, there's something unfinished there. And let's be real, if you've scrolled through the comments lately, you've probably seen how many fans are loving the chemistry between Jackie and Cole. All the reactions are so far loud, proud, and kind of feral. That tension has its own fan base now. He clearly regrets what happened, and maybe season 2 is where he actually steps up. Or maybe Jackie doesn't end up with either of them, just like the ending of season 1. Still, if someone's getting a second chance, most people are rooting for the guy who couldn't stop looking at her like she hung the stars. And then there are the people who don't want her to end up with either of them, not yet anyway. If season 2 gives her space to actually process things, that would land better than some rushed romance. I've seen so many takes about how she needs to just breathe for once, figure things out without choosing anyone. I get the sentiment, but let's be real. You didn't show up for self-reflection. You want the drama and the tension. Same here. Now the fallout between Cole and Alex, that's probably where things are going to get really tense. There's talk that Alex might just let it go, or at least move on quietly. But others think there's going to be a real divide in the family, especially if Cole doesn't take responsibility for the whole mess. If you're familiar with the book, then you already know the show hasn't followed the source material exactly. That's why some fans think season 2 might drift even more, because it wouldn't be surprising if the writers keep building their own version of the story. On the other hand, some people still want those original moments brought back in. It kind of depends on what you're hoping to get from this version. At the end of the day, no one really knows where it's headed. That's part of what makes it so fun to watch everything spiral. Even though season 2 could head in a totally different direction, in the original story, things between Jackie and Cole don't just stay messy, they actually become official. It's not so smooth though. There's tension, jealousy, all the drama you'd expect from that kind of outcome. But if you've made it that far in the book, you probably noticed how much more it leans into their relationship than the show has so far. I remember thinking, okay, this is where Jackie finally stops getting caught in the middle. She starts making actual decisions. You might have been waiting for those moments in the show too, but let's be honest. The show already made some changes in season 1, so now you kind of have to wonder, are they sticking with the source, or are we watching a mixtape? If you ask me, it could go either way. They've got the foundation from the book, but they've also built just enough distance to write their own path. And for those of us watching for the twists, not knowing what comes next might actually be the best part. Still, if you're looking for something solid to hold on to, Season 2 is expected to release in late summer 2025, and with the way things are building up, it feels like the trailer is coming soon. In the meantime, it's the perfect time to settle the debate. Are you Team Cole or Team Alex? Tell me in the comments. Like and hit subscribe so we can fully lose it together when the next update drops.